Alright, what's good, YouTube monsters, stream monsters? It's Art again. Back another analysis video, but before Evo. Uh, Evo is only, I'm doing this Monday night, and Evo is a couple of days away, so I feel that everybody should be taking like a long, hard look at like their game before Evo and try to iron out any flaws in their game and whatnot. So that means like being critical of your own matches, win or lose, and you really got to think about why you lost and what you can do to mitigate that next time. So I guess this time, instead of analyzing other people's matches, I'm gonna analyze my own matches. So I'm gonna do myself versus a Filipino champ and myself versus Mike Ross at CEO, since those are the only two matches of me being on stream. There's also live on the internet, so I want to be answering Extreme Monster questions. No, I'm not raffling. I'm not raffling, but fuck it, I'll be doing it live while I'm drinking this. All right, so yeah. So first off, I want to give a shout out to Jabali for running CEO. I think that was an extremely well run event, and it was pretty fun. Like like top players, the scrubs, like everybody pretty much had fun. Jabali did a good job putting on a show, and of course, shouts to IPW Deuce for letting me use this match. Like check out his Twitter at IPW Deuce on Twitter, and subscribe to their channel, CEO Gaming. Oh, what's up, DB Joseph? Yo, like you gotta play me in that Sakura matchup, yo. After I'm done with this. All right. So let's talk about the Rose Sim matchup a bit. Like it's not really a matchup that we see too often, because who the fuck plays Rose and who the fuck plays Sim besides a few people, right? Um, this matchup, like I've always felt, has kind of been in Sim's favor up until now. And that's mostly because of a couple of changes, which I'm gonna show you guys below in training mode. So just give me a second while I load it up. There's a couple of minor changes that make it a lot easier. All right, so the first change. Oh man, my exploit's hella blown up. All right, it's cool. All right, so the first change mainly is the fact that like her reflect recovers a lot less, like in this version of the game. It's pretty subtle, so like you can't tell this by looking at it, but just the fact that it recovers less means like it's harder for Dawson to implement like teleport mix-ups. So but it's not record. This one. Oh yeah, so like the reflect is definitely less, so it's a lot easier to do like reflects on reaction to stuff. That's kind of huge, since like Sim in the other versions of the game, whenever you did a reflect, Sim could literally just teleport on reaction, but now it's a lot harder. And also the second change is like since EREX reflect has some invincibility frames, you can actually use the EX now and do it at a lot more ranges that you couldn't do before. So you can just kind of like do it now, which is pretty useful. Like especially like when you're in close and you're not sure about reacting to fireballs, you can kind of just throw the EX reflect out there, get back in there. Yeah, EX reflect. And the second change that I feel really changes the matchup is, gotta put it back on stand. They're on that West Coast files. They're probably gonna lag, DB Joseph. Oh yeah, so the second change is the fact that you can combo this off standing now, like stand into that. Like the fact that you can do that combo is huge, because this move is really good against crouch techs. And I can't even do the combo right now. I'm free. But yeah, like, it's super good against Dawson in this matchup. You can kind of just like set up like some throw setups. Anyway, you guys get the idea, even though I can't do a combo for my life. And also, since close MK is has more frame advantage, you can actually do this combo now whenever they're standing. You could only do that combo like when they were crouching before. So like that's kind of a pretty decent change as well. But other than that, like those are the two things that really changed the matchup. I feel. So the fact that you can blow up crouch checks and the fact that you can reflect at a lot more ranges than you could before. All right. So that being said, I'm gonna play the matchup right now and break down what's going on for you guys. 1 second. All right. So whoa, esports overlay. All right. So I'm gonna get right into it and play it for y'all. Sorry about that. I was making sure I have no technical glitches while I do that. Shout out to Broken Tear, of course. Me wearing that Broken Tear shirt. All right, so the first thing I want to point out here is the ranges that Sim is good at and the range that Rose is good at. So Sim pretty much controls the entire mid screen range. So whenever you're in whenever you're in this area right here, it's really good for Sim. Like basically like at this area, this is kind of like a huge guess for me. Like I generally want to avoid being in this area. So if I'm ever in this range, if I'm ever in this range right here, I'm either gonna probably like focus or try to backdash like over here because like this is like a more favorable range. I can kind of throw fireballs liberally, and unless Rose really has the read, I can I can kind of just like throw fireballs unless Sim really has the read on the teleport. And the other range that's pretty good for me is right in Sim's face because obviously like crouch tech. Sorry for my drawing, I can't draw for shit. But yeah, but obviously like crouch tech blow ups and Rose has frame advantage and close that Sim does not have. So just keep that in mind going into this. Like I'm always gonna want to avoid this range, always, no matter what in this matchup. All right, so let's play the first couple of seconds and see how it plays out. And in the beginning, like yeah, I'm trying to stay out of that range. Like you see what I'm doing there? I'm doing a lot of preemptive like normals. And at the start of the round, if you go back, damn it, I wish this had a rewind button. Jeez, this sucks. But yeah, but at the start of the round, as you can see, I did a focus. I did a focus at the start of the round to get in on Sim's Fierce. And if Sim does any button other than press stand strong, like for example, like if he presses like a stand fierce and I focus dash it, he's gonna be at extreme disadvantage to the point where if he presses any button other than block and I press like low strong, that's gonna be a guaranteed counter hit. So by me doing that focus attack, like I was able to get in there, and Champ probably tried to back short or something, but he got counter hit at the start of the round. So that allowed me to get really good positioning early, and now like I'm hitting him with all of these frame traps. And you see, like I'm just totally in there now, like based off like that one focus attack, and now like I'm pushing him to the corner. So this is really good for me. And of course, like notice again, like I'm backing off like outside of that mid range because that's kind of rough for me, and I'm going back to full screen and throwing fireballs, which is a range that's also good for me. And and after that, by throwing that fireball, it allowed me to get in there with that empty jump. And if you want to fight Sim, one of the things that you really have to be aware of is your empty jump spacing. Like you really want to make Dulcim with his anti-airs. So you always, if you're gonna jump, you either have to really have the read or you have to have perfect spacing. Because once you make Dulcim with his anti-air normal, you're kind of in there right away. So that's pretty much what happened. Got in there, horn that crouch, horn that close forward mix up, and pretty much like the match is in my control right now. Like even with that setup. And now he got the combo, so now he's gonna go into Ultra One. But you can't. There's no guaranteed mix-ups at this point mid-screen, mainly because you can quick rise after the flame, and anything he does, I can kind of react to. So of course, the first thing I'm looking for is a teleport mix-up. So I was willing at this point. I was willing to take a fierce just to get out of that get out of that situation. So let's see what Champ does after the Ultra One setup. You can focus his limbs to get in, but if he does like a strong or a short, he can back short you after the focus dash from mid-range. Alright, so at the start of it, I backdash because like I'm willing to take a fierce. So like, and of course while he's doing this, if I see the teleport, I'm gonna buffer something. So I'm buffering DP right here. And yeah, that's pretty much what happened. Like try to get like a little bit reckless with the teleport setup, and I was ready for it right away. And empty jumping over the fireball and like back into the mix-up game with close forward. And like he's gonna be done off chip here. All right, 1 sec. I fix this camera and chug that beer. Yeah. All right. So second round, pretty much the same thing. Like pretty much the same deal. You know, it's gonna be the same way the whole set. You got to stay out of Sim's mid-range game, and you got to set up offense from full screen or focus dash and get lucky to get in. Yeah, Champ gets that early read. Tries to go for the teleport mix-up. I'm not sure what side he's on. I try to backdash, get hit. Trying to get in that close range, but then you see how Champ pressed short there. Like when you press short at that range, I can't focus dash forward. Like that's pretty much like focus bait. It's the main thing that Sim has against focuses that are so good. So I'm not gonna focus dash forward off any short or strong. I'm gonna focus dash like off like a fierce or something. Got the empty. I got the empty jump there, but I was a little bit too late on the read there, so I couldn't get that guaranteed punish. And that's gonna be a punish. I actually, if Sim matches on fireballs or Rose on full screen, and you see that happening, you can actually activate Ultra Tuner reaction and dash in for a punish here. Yeah, implementing like those throw mix-ups with Solpede. It's really weird because Solpede kind of alters her hitbox there. Right now it's pretty even at this point. Champ doing the Ultra One to create space and keep me at full screen. That was a smart move. At this point, I'm at that mid-range game, which I hate. I can't be at this range. This is bad right now, because now like he has the mid-range game and the life lead, so it's really tough for me. Yeah. And of course, yep, in that mid-range game, so therefore I lose. At the start of the round, what do? Immediately backdash. Because at the start of the round, you're at Sim's mid-range. Like, you don't want to be there. You just don't. So just backdash at the beginning. Fireball spacing, fireball spacing. Now I'm in there. I got a little bit too reckless with the soul spire again. Like I was trying to catch like a backdash or something and just push him to the corner and do the same thing that I did the first round, but it didn't work and Champ threw me. And now this is the worst situation that I could possibly be in. Mainly because like I'm in the corner, I have no reversal options, and I have to take all of this chip. So I'm gonna eat a shitload of chip here. and I can't really do much to get out. Yeah, and look what happened. Like I lost 50% of my life there from the jump just because I got thrown into the corner. Put myself in an extremely bad situation. So this is the part where I get lucky because I'm hoping that the champ fucks up here, and he does. Like he probably, I think like right here he assumed I was gonna quick rise and mistimed his flame. Yeah, he did. And because I didn't quick rise and I got up late, I was able to get like that random back throw. Got the back throw, and now look at his health right here. Like he's at 80%, and like you've probably heard a crap load of times how important screen position is for Dalsum. So just by me having him in the corner, I can literally win the match off just this here, especially with Ultra 2 like stocked. So now I have the Ultra 2 set up. And I'm just going for level 3 focus mainly because, like, Sim, you should definitely disrespect them on Wake Up. Whenever you have them knocked down, you should definitely go nuts. And it doesn't matter how good they are, it's still hard to get out of. Like, Sim is shitty on Wake Up. I'm just going for level 3 gimmicks because what can he do? If he teleports here, he's going to get hit by the orbs. And if he jumps back, he's going to get hit too. So it's pretty much like a lose-lose here. And at first he tries to jump back and actually gets away, but he's still in the air. He still can't teleport here. He has to take the orbs. And he takes it. I throw him out of the corner though. Like, I want him back in the corner, of course, because that's where you can really like just blow him up. So I do a DP to get back in there. And of course, like Champ isn't really trying to like get in my grill because he doesn't want to eat any of that soul peed nonsense. Soul peed. It sounds like peed, but I don't know how to pronounce it. And like I don't know what a close MK is called. But yeah, like he definitely doesn't want to eat those close forward mix-ups. So he's trying to backdash. He's definitely trying to backdash on Wake Up. Like I certainly don't blame him. I wouldn't want to block those either as Sim. That's really annoying. So like he's just trying to create some space here. And he does the ultra. If I did like a slide or something, that would have definitely hit me and would have worked. But Rose has one of the farthest normal range throws in the game. I think she has the best normal range throw. That's one of the few really good things about her. Like she has the best normal grab range. So even though I'm kind of far here, I can still grab Sim out of the ultra one. Yeah, that was pretty far. And now at this point, like I've taken off like 80% in the matter of like 5 seconds, and he's still stuck in the corner. So he's pretty much screwed at this point. Frame traps for days. Just go nuts. He can't press buttons either because it's all max distance stuff. So yeah, like I guess the use of that match was to see mainly how we can both abuse each other in the corner. Take a swig of that beer and get to part 2 of analysis. Yeah, that throw range is fucking like OD. Alright, so second match, like same deal. You know, like never want to stay in that mid-range game. Back to full screen, of course, out of that fierce range, and trying to set up some fireball offense. There are certain normals that you can use. Like if you're mid-range, there's certain normals that you can use to kind of like discourage Sim from throwing out normals like at the range, which is good for him. You can use Rose to stand forward. It actually beats Dalsum stand fierce at this range. And if Dalsum does like down forward strong or down forward fierce, like it'll go under it. The hitbox on it is pretty good, so I try to throw it out a lot at this range. At this range right here, the reflect fireball trade here, it's a bad trade in my favor slightly. So I do get some damage, but it's not something that I want to do in the long run here. As you can see. Yeah, like see, like I'm a little bit behind on life after that trade, so I can't do it forever. And here, like I try to jump, like I have to read on the fireball, but am I far enough? Am I close enough to get the jump in punish? Nope, I'm not. I'm trying to set up those frame traps. And now I got him right where I want him. Like he's in the corner with no meter. So, but I can't just go in reckless here because I'm still like at his mid range game. So, I try to focus dash to set up some offense. Now, the thing with Rose spiral combos that you want to remember is they're never like truly safe block strings. And if you do a version of the spiral that's a true block string, it's horribly unsafe on block. But if you do a version that has more startup but safer on recovery, you can interrupt it in between. So knowing this, I can kind of abuse it on Sim because what does he have to interrupt my low strong drills from max distance? Like he can do like a 3-frame punish with back short, but he really has to know the spacing. And I did it at max distance, so after that drill, I'm not really like unsafe. I must be like at -1 or -2 at most. So at this point, like I'm just trying to wait for him to hang himself. So I do the focus backdash. I'm just hanging out at mid range again, just waiting for Champ to do anything stupid like that. And right there, like I just hoard out and I'm in there. Yep, horn those close forward mix-ups. Yep. At this point, like I try to go for the soul peed mix-up, the forward roundhouse. It kind of moves her hitbox a little bit forward. And like I landed that into a grab setup the first round, but this time, since I know he knows that, I'm going to change it up and try to frame trap him again. So I do whiff, soul peed, close forward, and he actually fell for it. He got hit. So at this point, he's pretty much screwed. And this round is like mine to lose. Yeah. Like even there, like you couldn't have like you would have traded no matter what. That was donezo. Oh yeah, so start of the round, I do Rose to stand forward to blow up Sim's preemptive fierce, and it worked. So I kind of discouraged him a little bit. So now he knows about that. Now he knows that he can't just press a button like in my close range for free. And like I'm still at a really bad range here. So I'm just gonna like walk forward and block. I'm kind of screwed right now. You see what happens when I'm in mid range? I can't really do much. I get the Ultra 2 mix up, so now at this point, like, I just got to go ham and try to get him to flinch. What's good, Larry? How you doing, brother? Same situation as before, and I got the like I actually got him to flinch. Like I did like a fake focus attack into dash forward, but since I dashed forward twice and tried to do a fireball, like I overlap with DP, and that kind of messed up my setup there. That would have been like probably game match point right there if I landed that, but I messed it up, so I get blown the fuck up, lose my mix up, get thrown out of the corner, and we're back to the same situation that we were in the first game. And, Champ does the ultra, and I'm mid screen, and of course I'm not trying to take any mix ups, so like I'm automatically gonna backdash, and he fierced me this time, but like I'm willing to take that. I just don't want to block the ultra one. It's better to take that than to eat the mix up and die. Still a really close game. I'm struggling trying to get my positioning back, but this is not good for me. Yeah. I was in mid range like that whole game, and I had it like off the setup, but I messed it up. So get lit up. And now like we're back to the mid range game. See, like Champ actually punished him at my reflect there. I was getting kind of obvious with the reflect setup, and Champ read me perfectly. I mean, the reflect is better, but you can't just do it. You can't just do it recklessly. You still have to like set it up. At this point, Champ has a perfect on me. I'm kind of exposed right now. And like at this point, I'm getting really desperate because like, I can't get in at the mid range game. Like I can't do anything right now. Like all I can do is hope he fucks up and try to push him to the corner, up and there, right there. You saw what happened there. Like I just did like an empty jump. It was kind of a Hail Mary, but I know like that's the spacing where it's really hard to gauge like Rose's jump angle, especially if you empty jump. Because whenever you empty jump and you don't press a button, the hurt boxes are definitely different as if you were to commit to a move or whatever. So empty jumping hitbox, my hitbox gets smaller. It's hard for Sim to gauge. So I got the empty jump and I'm in there now because of that, and I can win off this because now I have the Ultra 2 going. And it's pretty much all up to what I do post knockdown here. That's gonna set the tone of the match. So I try to do a setup. Champ throws me out of it, and now like, I guessed wrong on the setup, so now I'm blowing the fuck up. There's not really much I can do here. No, I was gonna do this anyway, Larry. Like it's not because of Shinku R. But like shouts to him though. Like I saw him get top 32 at Evo, man. I mean not at Evo, at CEO, but that was bullshit, man. Like yo, there were 3 Rose players in top 32, and Shinku R had to play Laswaga and losers in top 32. I was so fucking sad because when do you ever see so many roses in top 32? But yeah, shouts to Jabali. Yeah, like that shit was whack. Like I was like, come on, man. They have like the fucking 2 out of the 3 roses take each other out, man. That was whack as hell. Yeah, yeah. They're both in the same area. Oh, that was the Slagger's fault? He entered as USA instead of Georgia? Oh, yep. That's his blow up. Alright, so yeah. So as you can see, yeah, I get in the mid range game. I'm screwed. So now we both had a game to download each other. So and now like I guess Champ knows like a little bit better, like what ranges that are really annoying for me and what ranges are annoying for him. Well, like as a Dawson player, he always knows that the range is gonna be the range is gonna be bad up close. So you want to try to avoid that in general. And like I'm just trying to take a guess. And it paid off. I got in on the empty jump setup, and like here I am back at full screen, just trying to avoid that mid range whenever I can. Got the back throw set up, in there at the fan traps again. I just want to hoard out now, and like I'm just going after him because I want to keep that close range game going. And now I'm back full screen, so this sucks. I said I have to guess to get in. Got the ultra setup going, so I'm just gonna do a Hail Mary. Like I just do like a Hail Mary jump because fuck it. Like I have the orbs to protect me, and I'm jumping at max distance, which is hard for Sim to anti-air. So I was betting that he would fuck up his anti-air here, and it worked out because like I got in there. I messed up my grab setup, but that's okay. He's still in the corner. I can just kind of like just chill at max range and whore like that close forward mix up all day. Yeah, and once again, shitty mid range. This sucks. I just want to get in so badly. That's all I'm thinking right now. Like what can I do to trick Champ to let me get in? And I guess right on the empty jump, but again, I got too reckless. Back at full screen, and like this sucks. Champ stopped making a mistake here at the mid range. So it's like I'm getting a little bit desperate. That's for damn sure. Trying to do whatever I can to get in there. Ooh, now I have him in the corner. This is really good. This is really good. And then as you can see, like I backdashed and used the EX reflect just to make sure that I would reflect it 100% of the time, since it adds like those extra invincibility frames. So now this is a great situation for me. So I believe I activate Ultra afterwards. And now like this is really good. If I guess right once, it's over. I could have had it there, but I suck at combos, so I get chipped out instead. All right, so now like, we're both on match point. So now anything goes. I'm just trying to do whatever I can to empty jump, and like I empty jump there, and he short slid me on wake up. Now, whenever you fight against Dalsum, if Dalsum ever short slides you and he's right in your face, that's a guaranteed punish on hit or block. So you should mash over. If Dawson ever slides on you, and don't ever let him get away with shit, you should mash like your fastest, like your fastest normal, or just you can go for like your max. You can go for your max damage punish there. So a sim basically never wants to short slide on you when you're in his face. That's like death. And I keep empty jumping again to get champ to guess, and it's working out here. I dropped the combo, but that's okay. I'm just empty jumping. Stand forward again from full screen to try to discourage champ pressing buttons. Ultra 2 mid screen. I just want to get in his face just to whore those close forward mix ups. And this is really good for me. I'm in a really good spot right now, even though I'm down on life. Guess wrong on the reflect though, so at this point it's anybody's game right now. He's fully loaded and has an ultra, and I have an ultra too. So the next guess is pretty much going to take it. I'm back at full screen. Like I try to backdash out of the Ultra 1 setup just so I can do my own Ultra. And at this point, I pretty much want to make him block a fireball and dash in on chip here. Yeah, and if Champ was slightly more patient, if he was just like a little bit more patient and waited for the Ultra to run out, like he might have had a chance there. I feel like he was trying to like just do anything he could to get him off me, and yeah. So I was able to take it off that. So I got pretty lucky. So shout outs to Champ, of course, since, you know, that was the first time I've ever played him in tournament in any game, period. And it kind of sucks that I had to play him now, you know, like when he's not focusing on Street Fighter 4. And like I'm not as focused as I was in the Super days. So too bad we didn't get to play each other in our primes. But that was still a pretty fun match. Uh, I think the best sim right now, in all honesty, I think the best sim right now is Lucky D or Snafu. Like those guys have been grinding those guys have been grinding like their bad matchups. I feel that the mark of a character specialist is how good they are in their bad matchups. And if what I've seen, Snafu and Lucky D are really good in their hard matchups like Viper and stuff, and like Rufus. So like I think those two guys like are really good sims, but it's hard to say who has a better sim than who because the character is not top tier or anything. He's kind of shitty. I think YAC Mochi has the best sim, but I haven't seen his Topanga play. So does anybody have any questions for that particular matchup before I go to the next matchup? Twitch Monsters. I'm gonna run a commercial in the meantime. Hmm? Oh yeah, give me a hug. Hey, Mitchko. I'm recording. But it's okay. It's okay. You can give me a hug. Okay, so nobody has any questions about it. So like, I'm just gonna go to the next match and do it up. Who has the best rose? Like my personal favorite is Keshi Karan in Japan. Like he has like a lot of technical setups. Like I really like his rose play. And of course, like, you know, shouts to Shinku R, Laswaga, and Luffy. You know, who's always been like the OG rose. All right, so let me get into the next matchup. All right, so I'm gonna run me versus Mike Ross, and I guess I kind of had this coming because of the whole staged saga or whatever. Me personally, I was really worried going into this match because I haven't played AE in a while. I haven't really played it in a while, and in this type of matchup where you're fighting against a high damage character as Sim, if you guess wrong, if your spacing is a little bit off, and you guess wrong like on a few setups, you're kind of screwed. So I feel like in order for you to win this match, you really have to be confident, like on your spacing, and you really have to like be fresh on it. Like I play the matchup a lot, so I think it's my fault for not playing Min here. So it kind of it definitely showed. Like I was a little bit off on my spacing when it came to everything. Damn, like that camera's OD, man. That shit exposes like every fucking flaw. All right, so I'm going into the match not knowing my spacing at all, and a couple of things that you should know, like in this matchup in particular. You know, there are a lot of normals that Honda can use to kind of discourage Sim from doing certain anti-airs or like fucking up his timing. So jump strong, even though it's nerfed in this matchup. Even though like it's nerfed in this matchup, it's really good against Sim because you can kind of throw it early, you can throw it late, you can just make him second guess himself, and if you don't have the spacing right or the timing right at all times, and you'll either get a trade, which is still in Honda's favor by the way, even though you knock him away, or you get hit for like 40% life, and who the fuck wants that? And he can kind of, I guess, empty jump a lot. Like he can empty jump a lot at this range with strong or roundhouse. He can do jump strong, jump roundhouse, or do nothing and just make my jump in with make my anti-air whiff completely and just do jab hand just to get in there. So it's definitely like a really scary match, especially since like his life and his damage output is so high. And of course, I never want to be in close because I don't want to get mauled by stand jab hands or low jab hands. That's something I really can't do much about. Sorry about that. XSplit blowups. Rose versus Honda is not that good either. At the start of the round, ooh, look at that. You saw that? You saw that? Like, I guess wrong. One anti-air. Look what the fuck happened. I lost 30% and I'm in the corner. This shit is horrible right now. Like, I get hit by one combo, I'm already mind fucked at the start of the round. And Mike knows that. He has me in the corner, so he's just going to go ham. I'm pretty much out of options, and I have to guess. I guessed right, though, so, like, he has to go back to chasing me. So I can kind of play like a zoning game here. And run away. And it's working out pretty well. And Mike decides to do a random ultra. That's not necessarily a bad guess because the punishment is not that huge. Like even if I know it's coming. Block. And I actually tried to punish with back forward into flame, but it didn't work. I was too far. And like, I'm still winning. I'm still doing okay. But like I'm so scared for like that previous start of the round where he just got in. I'm trying to do whatever I can to stay away. Oh man. It's like this is not a good look right now, even though I'm ahead on life. And Mike's doing like a good job. Like if you notice, like he's pressing buttons whenever he's full screen to try to trade with my normals. Like Dawson's normals don't have a lot of priority, so they cover like a lot of screen, but if you know like which buttons trade with which, you'll either trade or beat them outright, and that kind of mind fucks Dawson players. At this point, he's in his optimal range, jab hands, and I was a dumbass. I threw a fireball from full screen, and that's just me not being familiar with the spacing. I haven't played this matchup in a while. Threw the fireball full screen like a dumbass, which is something I shouldn't do. I feel that Mike, the way he's been playing right now, and in general, I think he's playing the best that he's ever played, like in the entire Street Fighter 4 series. Like, not a lot of people like shitted on him or whatever, but I feel that like in AE 2012, he's been playing really, really strong. I don't know if that's just like like he got better or like Honda got some changes, but he's playing very well. So right now at this point, I'm desperate. Even though I have the life lead, I'm in the fucking corner right now. Not a place where I want to be. And like I'm just pressing buttons desperately trying to get out of there. Another thing in this matchup, you can punish EX headbutt on block with stand short, but I'm so rusty in this matchup that I mess it up every time. So Mike knew that, so he did block EX headbutt into EX headbutt again, and that blew me the fuck up. So I'm screwed. I should just like at this point, like I should just like mash. Oh, why am I always desperate? Because as a sim player, like spacing is really important, and whenever somebody screws up, like whenever somebody messes up the plan, as far as spacing, when you're playing sim, it really fucks with everything. Like since space control is everything with him. How safe is a short slide? It's -3, but but like accounting for pushback, it's like -1,billion. Uh, so what he did again? Jumped in with jump strong and fucked up my anti-air. Like I guessed wrong on the timing there, and that just ruined my day. And look at that, look at that damage. He did it again too. Like he just knew that like I wasn't sure of the spacing, and he made me pay for it big time. And now I'm down to like 30% life. This is pretty even, but I still don't feel comfortable at all right now. And Mike knows that. Like he's just guessing right with the headbutts, and he guesses right in all the trades. And like I'm screwed right now. There's not really much I could do. So at this point, like none of the trades and like basically like, none of the spacing is going in my favor at all. Like I'm pretty much thinking like I'm gonna lose right now, the way I'm playing. So like I'm just trying to like slow it down and like keep him full screen and stop him from moving, but he's guessing right on everything. Like whenever he can't do anything, he's staying full screen. And he did what I did with Rose, like against Filipino champ. Like you see what he does, stays full screen, presses roundhouse and other moves in case I press a button to try to like fuck with my spacing. And then once that happens, you get mind fucked. So he tries to go in. And that was like an EX up flame, but like I messed that up. Like I'm so mind fucked right now. Yeah, just everything's just going in Mike's favor. I'm just trying to get away. Messed up the punish on the headbutt, and yeah, I'm screwed. He jumped into the ultra, but this is still in his favor. I still consider this in his favor. I got a lucky short there, though. Prolong the match for another round. I'm trying to do whatever I can to not get cornered now, and Mike's just in complete control here. Like it's been established that like I'm not up to date on the spacing here, and Mike's abusing that. Yeah, like he tried to go in too hard jab hands. I just mashed super, get out of there, and just to get out of the corner. So here I have a chance. This is my best chance right now, even though I'm behind. And yeah, why did I even bother throwing a fireball right there? Like I'm an idiot. I should have learned from my first mistake and not thrown a fireball. So like that was free. Mike got really hyped. Good shit to Mike Ross. How free? Well, like a lot of people say like this matchup is 6-4 sim, but I don't really agree. I don't think like I think like if the sim player is on point, it would be 5.5 sim. I know like having a half of a point really makes a difference, but that doesn't make that much of a difference. But I don't think like it's a huge disadvantage for sim. Like if the Honda player is like Mike and he really picks his points well and he knows the spacing, it could be a pain in the ass. Especially if he gets knocked down too. Like if he gets knocked down by an Oicho setup, it's really bad for him because he has to guess between jab hands, he has to guess between butt slam or EX headbutt, and it's just like a losing proposition. And nah, like I don't think every character beats Honda. So like, are there any questions that you guys have about this matchup or the Rose Sim matchup in general before I kill this recording? I'm waiting. Can I edit your butt slam a back strom? Yeah, I can. You can do that. Would Ultra 2 have been better? Why don't I use Ultra 2? I don't know. It's like I have bad execution, and every time I buffer an Ultra 2, I get a teleport. Every time like I buffer a teleport, I get an Ultra 2. So that's why I don't use it. Like I'm pretty sloppy in execution. Why do sim players go for the fireball teleport mix up even if they have the lead? Like in which matchup though? Like it's really good to do in some matchups, not that great in others. My best options against Honda are to like avoid like that mid screen range and just try to keep them full screen and zone them out and don't get cornered. Yeah, getting out of the corner is everything. But yeah, like for the most part, I hope you guys enjoyed it and you learned something. I know it's a little bit rough or whatever, but but by me talking about the matchups, hopefully you guys can get some insight on Rose and Sim. So like I really appreciate you guys watching. I feel like Rose Honda is worse. All right, good stuff. Like I'm gonna get back to playing. Yeah, follow me on Twitter, NYC Furby, for all your YouTube monsters, and see you guys at Evo.